RSNL with the Frontline with Joe and Joe. Once again, let us go into the breach to commemorate this historic meeting between Joe Biden and Justin Trudeau on Canadian soil. Let's do a side-by-side analysis just for laughs, and then you could decide who's worse. Let's start with Uncle Joe. Number one, he's a habitual liar. Number two, he's a puppet for the radical left who have taken over the DNC in America. And lastly, he's cognitively impaired due to his advanced age. Now let's break down Justin Trudeau. He's a true believer in the globalist agenda. He is more of an ideologue than a politician. And lastly, he's a secular humanist and or a cultural communist. Take your pick. Choose which one you want to call him. But why do I bring that up? He has rejected God. And that decision, which is a decision, drives all of his policies. Trudeau is the prototype of the world leader to come, which makes him very dangerous. So let's get to our question. Who's worse? I'm going to leave that to you. I'm going to ask basically a different question, which goes underneath the who's worst question. How much will you tolerate America and Canada? And where does that answer come from? It comes from where you're grounded. Where are you grounded? Are you grounded in the city of man or in the city of God? The greatest distance ever traveled is from the head to the heart, by far. America and Canada have left God behind. And that's why we have leaders like Joe Biden and like Justin Trudeau. Many of the policies that both of them have embraced would, in a healthy society, make them absolutely, positively not even a suggestion to be put up for office. Let me give you some examples. Abortion in the third trimester. In America, if a child survives abortion, the child is killed. That's infanticide. That's what Nazis did. Canada legalized euthanasia, which targets the poor and the mentally ill. That's what Nazis did. I can go on. Transing children. I can go on. In a healthy society, if you are for those things, you are off the ticket. But yet, not only are these ideas tolerated and supported by both countries, and the leaders state them absolutely out loud and wave their banner, that has everything to do with us, not them. We tolerate them. They should be absolutely persona non grata, but they're not. So the question necessarily isn't who's worse. It's how much we will tolerate. And until we return to God, these type of people are going to continue. Remove Justin Trudeau, replace him with X, Y, or Z. Same thing with Joe Biden. And they may be worse. I'm telling you this right now. The battle isn't it isn't political. It's spiritual. It is spiritual. That's why we don't see. We don't see clearly. That's why we accept and normalize these behaviors, because we've normalized them in our own hearts. Until that changes, expect nothing less. The Joe Bidens and the Justin Trudeaus are here to stay. In fact, the next one on deck just may be worse.